All right, guys, welcome back to Yo Spilt. And in today's video, we are going to be going for the first test drive in our 1999 Dodge Viper GTS. Hope you guys are ready for this video and hope you guys enjoy. So if this is your first time watching a Yo Spilt video, this is our 1999 Viper GTS Coupe. Comes equipped with a 8-liter V10. It has a 6-speed manual transmission. And the only mods that we have done to it at this point are the smoothen intakes and the Borla catback exhaust. We do plan on doing coilovers and we also did change the wheels and tires. So these are, I believe, 2014 Viper GTS wheels as well. And then these are the original wheels that came off of it. We do plan on tracking this car this year, so we bought a set of 335 R888Rs, and we put them on the original rims that came off the car. We do have center caps. I hate that it has no center caps on it for the video, but we need to get them powder coated in black, and we haven't received them yet. So I'm going to give you guys a cold start, and then we're going to get to driving the Viper for my first time. All right, guys, cold start on the Viper GTS. So guys, once you're in your Viper, as you see, for somebody 6 foot tall, this is the seat all the way back and the pedals all the way down. Your seat belt is actually on the not normal side. It is an interesting car. So let's get buckled in and go for a drive. So, like I said, this is my first time ever actually driving the car. Let's see how I can explain this in the video. So in a normal car, your pedals are straight in front of you. Because the Viper motor and transmission is so big, your pedals are actually offset to the side of you. And then there's a little knob down here under the dash, and you can pull your pedals closer or farther from you. Alright, so that's comfortable for my clutch. Oh yeah, we're good. So for how big the Viper looks on the outside, it is rather small on the inside. Rather stiff. So the Viper, we recently purchased this car. This is my brother's dream car. He loves this thing. He drives it all the time now that the weather is a little bit better. The Viper only has 23,000 miles on it. We do plan on BC coilovers. We have a nitrous kit for it, and then our end-all goal will be a twin turbo kit. These Vipers can make somewhere around 800-900 horsepower on the stock motor, stock transmission. All you really need to do is put a clutch in it, and then the axles and everything. Once you get into the 9-second quarter-mile range, is when you start having to worry about the axles and driveline stuff. So these cars are built really resilient to start with. As you know, the motor comes with a 500 horsepower pretty much from the factory, so it's It's not like you're starting with a project car that is really, you know, low in horsepower or torque. If you guys watched the video on the dyno, this thing made about 450, 460 foot-pounds of torque with 410 horsepower. And this thing is literally stock with just a catback and intake pipes. So that tells you right there that, you know, it has good potential to make pretty much whatever you want. There is no, pretty much no limitations with a Viper. If you watch any of the, you know, 1320 or YouTube channels like that, Juggernaut is this same body style, second gen Viper. That thing makes like 1800 wheel or something like that, and it runs 7s in a quarter mile. So aerodynamics wise, they say this cars are good to about 200 mile an hour and you won't have any issues. And for how little the Viper is on the inside, it's a heavy car. I think it's like 3,500 pounds, 3,600 pound car. So it's a handful. And so far it drives pretty much like the GSR Integra. My brother told me, fun fact, my brother drove the Viper and then drove the GSR Integra, and he was like, wow, the Viper feels just like the Integra. And I just really started laughing at him. I kind of made fun of him for a little bit, but now I understand it. So he was referring to the shifter. So if you guys drive a B-Series linkage car, you know how like solid the shifter feels, and the linkage you can feel when the motor's flexing or anything like that. The trans on this is the same way, because the shifter's directly on top of the trans. So you can literally feel everything happening with the drivetrain right through your palm of your hand. I think this is a TR6060 or a T56 Tremec Viper trans, but oh yeah, you barely have to touch the gas in this thing and it just goes. I was revving to maybe 3,000 RPMs in 5th gear, and we doubled the speed limit. So yeah, it drives good, feels good, handles good. Like I said, the only thing we've done to this car since we've purchased it was wheels and tires. The wheels that were on it, the factory second gen like dish wheels, I'm sure they have a name, I just don't know the name of them. They were very dry rotted. The tires had cracks all in them, and I told my brother that, you know, it's not safe to be driving around on dry rotted tires if you're going to be in a Viper. The last thing you want to do is have a tire come apart and rip off the body of the Viper. I've looked up some of the body prices on these cars. Just to replace the hood, which is like the whole front of the car basically, is like $15,000 to find a decent condition one. And then of course getting it painted and putting it on would be a whole nother hassle with labor. So yeah, it's a Viper. It's smooth, it's fun, you can cruise at 60, and I'm not even using 6th gear, but 60 miles an hour is literally like 1,400 RPMs. They say these cars are good. You can cruise at like 130 mile an hour in 6th gear, and you're only at like 2,800 RPMs. So I'm gonna turn the talking part of this video off, and once I get out of town, I'll do some pulls for you guys and let you enjoy the sounds of the Viper. Guys, so that'll do it for the Viper video. It definitely feels like there's either something loose in the back of the car, or like a ball joint or a wheel bearing or something's bad. Once you get up to 80, 90 mile an hour, the car starts to wobble a little bit. And like I said, we just put all the brand new tires and wheels in this thing, so I know it's not those. So I'm gonna have to get it back to the shop, throw it on the lift, check it out, figure out what's wrong. I'm pretty sure a Viper's supposed to be really a lot more stable to 150, 160 miles an hour. So that's something I'm gonna have to fix before we actually take this thing to the track, because the last thing I want to do is injure my brother because of something that I didn't find or check on a car that could potentially be an 11-second car. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, if you like the Yo Spilt content, subscribe, hit the like button, go check out some of the other videos, and our goal is to hit 10,000 by mid-year. So hopefully we can do that, and maybe we can throw a nitrous kit on the Viper next, or figure out what's wrong with the rear end, because there's definitely something loose, because I'm like 99% sure it shouldn't have a wobble to it. But the Viper's fun. It definitely is not something I would daily drive. It is not a comfy, roomy car, but for a weekend toy, definitely something cool to have. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe, and if you want more Viper content, leave a comment down below. Nitrous kit, turbo, coilovers, what should we do to it? As always, you guys are the greatest. That's more fun than you're supposed to be able to have in a car. That's literally stock. That's super fun.